Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today guys, I'm going to show you my motorbike that I made. And yes guys, there's some cool things about it. It's based off a Lego set, more specifically the Lego Technic 4132 motorcycle set. And of course I even built it in real life and I'm really satisfied with it. And as you see here guys, the wheels work. As you see, if I just get on, it's a bit bouncy and a bit too drifty when I drive it. And of course, I did add some really... well, that's just great. Luckily, stopped it in the right place at the right time. But anyway guys, apart from that, what I did to make this bike was basically look at the Lego set that I've made. And apart from that, let's talk about the one in build mode. So, first of all, the seats. I used a chair, which takes 4 hits, and a car seat, which takes 7, I think. Let's double check. No, it's 4. So, those two... the reason why I picked those 2 chairs is because the car seat, obvious reasons, to drive the motorcycle, and the chair, because it takes more hits. But of course, I did have a few problems before where the bottom was like touching the tyre and the rear wheel wouldn't move. And yes, I can steer the wheel by a simple mechanism. If I just turn everything visible. So, as you see here, I use a servo. If I just go over here a bit. As you see, I use a servo to steer. And these steel blocks over here are to balance the bike out a little. And the weight at the bottom is so the bike doesn't tip over. And of course, I've placed some wheels in the, custom wheels. So, they spin. But of course, in real life, the front wheel will be to steer, so there's no power to it. But there will be brakes. And the rear wheel is your wheel that kind of drives you. And of course, if I just make everything, and not everything, but, the necessary parts invisible, which is the ugly parts. And what you'll see now is that the bike is a bit drifty to ride because there is some, how can I say, because the wheels are ever so slightly bumpy, but of course you won't notice it. Even if you zoom in and walk up to the wheel, you won't see it. So now of course make all that invisible because who likes it. But anyway, so about the bike, it took me like about 2 days to build because I had to look back at the Lego set and make sure every single part was right. And of course I made the exhaust, the engine, which isn't really that detailed, and the wheels. The front wheel is always thinner than the rear wheel, and of course the gears I didn't bother doing, so because it would look kind of weird if there was no chain attached to it, so I just used 2 circles and didn't bother with the chain. And of course there is a few things that may look a bit incorrect, like the rear seat here. The rear wheel should be about over here, but of course there's a chair in the way, so there wouldn't really be any point in like moving it, so I just had to flow with the vibes here. And of course, how well does it go? It's really drifty. Like when I drive it on the water sometimes it can be very hard to control. As you see right now it's doing it, so it's really hard to stop it. And of course if I just make a turn, see, it's very drifty. So I have to make little turns in order for it to, how can I say, in order for it to not start swinging and all that. Even though there's weight underneath, but that's to stop it from tipping over. And of course, as you saw in when I was driving up the river, it started shaking a bit. And as you see, it does go pretty well, like it's pretty fast. And of course, if I do a little full speed test, it goes pretty well. Right, anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there. That's enough of me like stuttering and erring around. Right, anyway guys, if you want more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Don't forget to smash that like button. Or if you have any suggestions, comment them down below. And I will see you next time.